Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my project polish. I am going to go through all of the polishes that I've been working on over the past month and also throughout this year. But before I jump into any of that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just jump into the video. So, like I said, this is my swatch reel of all of the polishes that I've been working on over the past year, including the ones that are still in the project. So, as you can see, I have finished up quite a few polishes already, and this right here, so these 5 polishes right here are the ones that I was working on over the past month. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all of the polishes in order and talk about each and every polish in order that I've worked on them. So basically it's like the oldest one first and then moving down the list. So I'm going to start with this green here, which is obviously the same one as what I'm wearing now, and this is a polish that comes from Berry M, and this is one of the Jelly High Shine polishes in the shade Kiwi. So with this one I had a goal of using half of what was left with this polish in the past month, because I am getting quite low with this and I wanted to give myself like a good head start to finishing this for the next month. And this right here is where I will polish now, so that is where I was last month and I'm all the way down there now. So I'm very close to finishing this. I probably could have finished this, to be honest, because I need to redo my toes, and I usually use this one on my toes. So if I just did that, I think I might have been able to finish this, because I think honestly it's just maybe 1 or maximum 2 uses left if I do put some thinner in it. So yeah, I think I might have been able to finish this, but also I kind of wanted to save this because it is like the only purple color that I have in the project at the moment, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to save it for maybe 1 more month. But this one is definitely one that I'm going to try to focus on next month and hopefully finish up. Next one on the swatch wheel is this one here, which is this kind of light lavender lilac shade, and that is a shade from Borchar, and this is one of their so glossy nail polishes in the shade Peace and Mauve. So this is what the polish looks like. As you can see, it's a very light shade. So as you can see with this one, I did not have very much left of this, and my goal was to finish this, and I'm happy to report that I was able to do so. It is completely empty. I think you might be able to see like on the sides there that it's really empty. It didn't take me too long to finish this up, and also this is quite a sheer polish, so I always needed to use at least 3 or sometimes even 4 layers with this, so it wasn't that hard to finish up, and it was a beautiful shade, but it's not my favorite lavender or lilac shade. So I'm also happy to have finished this up, and I can continue working on the other polishes in this project. And also, usually I do replace my polishes in the video, but if you watched my last update, you know that I have actually entered in all of the polishes that I want to finish. So the remainder of the polishes in my collection are more polishes that I want to keep or use more organically. So I'm actually not going to replace this. And also, when I have finished the 5 polishes that are in this project, or 4 now when I have finished this one, I will be ending this project for now. I might reintroduce this product later when I'm ready to pan other polishes in my collection, but I've done this now for 3 years, I think. And I just finished up a lot of polishes already, and I just kind of want to go back to using whatever I want, and that's kind of why I've decided to end this project once I'm done with the polishes that I'm working on. But yeah, so long story short, I'm not going to replace this at the end of the video, but this one is now finished. Next up we have this white polish right here. It's like a really light cream shade, and it is another one of the Jelly High Shine polishes from Berry M, and this one is in the shade Coconut. So this one I did do a pretty good job on as well. I did do pretty consistent progress with what I had before, but I believe last month I wasn't able to draw a new line, so definitely a good amount of progress this month. But this is a shade that works better for me in summer, because when I do have a little bit more of a tan, this one doesn't blend in as much with my skin tone. So I think it's beautiful, especially now in the season. So I think I'm going to continue working on this, and I think this might be done in the next 2 months. It's definitely not going to be done in the next month, but if I continue doing some consistent progress on it, it should be done in the next 2 months, and I think that's what I'm going to aim for. So with this one, I'm probably going to put a goal at the end of this video to use half of what's left, but I do like it, and it's slow but steady going there, so hopefully I can make the same amount of progress in the next month. Then the last 2 shades, which are these 2 here, were both introduced at the last update. So we're going to start with this silvery shade right here, which is one that comes from Maybelline, and this one is one of their, I think they were called the Brocades. The actual label have fallen off, but I believe they were called the Brocades, and this one is in the shade Full Flash. So this one is obviously, this is what it looks like, but you can see when I started it was all the way up here, and I have used about a third of the polish so far, maybe slightly less, but it is a really beautiful shade. However, I feel like it doesn't translate as well on the nails. I feel like the undertone of this just doesn't quite work with my skin tone, so it's not my favorite shade to use. And also I always found that this ships very fast. Doesn't matter how many layers I put on this, it always ships within like a day or two. So it's not the most ideal polish like formula. So I think because of that I can go through this quite quickly, because usually what I do if a nail ships is I just kind of take that nail off and then redo it, and that's kind of like how I keep my nails fresh, like how I always make sure that I don't have chipped nails, but also it makes me go through my polishes a little bit faster. Because then, like, obviously when I redo my whole manicure I take all of them off, but I kind of just get that like little bit of extra use in when I redo those chipped nails. So that's probably why I was able to make such a big jump in progress this past month. And also this bottle itself is not that large. This one has 7 milliliters in it compared to this one, for example, that has 10. So I mean, it's not that much of a difference, but it's definitely like noticeable. It's still only about 3/4 of the other one, even less actually. So yeah, you can't tell the difference, and I feel like I'm definitely gonna be able to make a lot more progress this month with this one, especially now since that lilac shade is out and I can focus in on more on the 4 remaining polishes in this project. So hopefully I can get some more use out of this one and make some good progress, so I can show you that in the next month. Then the last shade is this one here, which is not the most seasonal appropriate shade, but it was the last polish that I wanted to add in and finish this year, and that is this one from Revlon, and it's one of their polishes in the shade Scandalous. It is a really pretty shade, but like again, it's not the most appropriate for this time of year, and also it's not a polish that I want to reach for too often because it's not my personal style. It's almost like, it's a black with like slight purple shimmers. I mean, you can see it right there. It's a very kind of Halloweeny shade for me, but it is pretty and it's quite a nice palette cleanser as well, especially since I've had so many light polishes in. So my goal with this is basically just to be able to make a new line each month, because at least until we enter autumn and winter, this is not my ideal polish. So as long as I can make some sort of new line on this, I am happy. So this right here is my progress for this month. So you can see I was definitely able to make a new line, and I'm really proud that I was actually able to make a decent amount of progress. I believe I worn this twice, so not too much, but you can definitely see that I was able to make a new line. And obviously since the bottle kind of gets wider the further down we get, it's gonna be harder to make as much progress again the further down we get. But also we are only a few months away from autumn, so hopefully I think I can probably make another line on this so I can continue making progress on it until autumn, and then this is going to be my new focus polish. So that's where I am with this one, and that is also the last polish that we're working on. So with that, let's just kind of wrap up my goals for the next month, and we can wrap up this video. So with this one, obviously the green, I said I want to finish that, so that's going to be my first goal. It's not going to be difficult at all because, like, again, it's only probably going to be maxed 2 more manicures, so this one will probably done very soon. So that's going to be my first goal. My second goal would be with this one to use up half of what is left. I also mentioned that briefly before, but I think that's going to be possible to do, and then hopefully in the month after I can actually finish this polish off as well. So that's going to be my second goal. And then for my third goal, I also mentioned already, but that is just to make a new progress line on this. Even if it's just a tiny new kind of progress line, as long as I can make one that doesn't kind of merge together with the one I have now, I'm going to be happy with that, and that is going to be my third goal. So the only polish I don't have any goal on yet is this one here, but I'm not worried about finishing this one off, so I'm not too worried about not having a goal on that. So that is my update for my product polish. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please go ahead and give this a thumbs up, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.